Good afternoon, good evening. I'm your host, Stephen Black Butterfly Carter. I'm the host for Black Star, Still Rising, sponsored by the Black Star Project. My guest today is Kenya Renee. I want to get the name straight. I always mess it up. I'll start the program. Kenya Renee is the proprietor. Tell me a little bit about your company, and then we're going to later talk about Black Star, okay?
Yes, my name is Kenya Renee. I am the owner of Fam Entertainment Theater Company, where we focus on achievement and motivation through entertainment, and we are nestled in the Bronzeville community on 35th and King Drive.
And that's good. And you are part of a group of entrepreneurs, business people who celebrate Juneteenth. And you're going to be celebrating Juneteenth on the 19th.
Well, the 19th is the Juneteenth holiday.
Yes, but you're going to be celebrating on
the 17th of June, which is that Saturday prior to.
And where are you going to be celebrating at?
We're going to be celebrating from 3525 to 3500 South King Drive, which is also known as the Dr. Philip Jackson Parkway.
That's good. And as you know, Philip Jackson is the founder of Black Star, and his sister, Gloria Smith, is the executive director, and brought all this together and recommended that she be with us today, and we're happy for that. Tell us about the other collaborators for the Juneteenth celebration this year.
So, number one, this is our third annual Juneteenth celebration that's happening in Bronzeville. This is our largest thus far. We are happy to collaborate with My Block, My Hood, My City.
Okay.
Of course, the wonderful Black Star Project. As usual, this is our third year collaborating together. We are collaborating with the Cam Buckner's office. He's the state representative for our district.
Yes.
As well as the Bud Billiken Parade. So we're definitely happy to collaborate with all those individuals.
And this is the 7th year, I think, that we've had the Juneteenth celebration. It's been a national holiday and a state holiday since, what's my note say? Oh, heck. We'll figure that out by the time this broadcast. But it's definitely a state and a national holiday that we're very proud to have, and that black folks made sure that this happened. Okay, tell us about one of the things I'm very fascinated by was the program that you started. I should say that Kenya is also an educator, and a teacher, former teacher in the Chicago Public Schools. Tell us a little bit about the programs that you started as a result of being an educator.
Well, I am retired now from classroom education, so 12-year educator at Ace Tech Charter High School, which we focused on construction and architecture. Okay, but prior to that, I actually went to Curie Performing Arts High School.
Ere you in the performing arts yourself?
I was.
And what areas were you in?
Musical theater, acting.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I left there.
Sang, played an instrument, or what?
Nope, strictly acting.
Okay.
Cannot sing. No.
Okay.
No. So I left there, went to Chicago State.
Yes.
Was there at the theater department. Okay, and from that point on, I started acting heavily. Once being entrenched in a lot of productions that kind of didn't make a lot of sense, I just started to produce. So I started producing my own productions.
You mean you were going to make it relevant? What they were doing before is not relevant to our experience?
I'm not going to say that because, people's dreams and aspirations I would never want to judge. But I am more of a serious person, so I believe in educating society, not so much comedy. So then I started producing stage plays and films.
And that was, I remember how much of an impact Curie High School had and has had, I think, since it's been open. So you were probably during the early heydays of Curie, or you just came right in?
Early 90s of Curie. Yeah, I'm old school. Yeah.
They had great facilities, if I remember correctly.
Great facility, great performing arts department, and that school has produced a lot of performers, a lot of artists who are actually famous to this day.
Like who?
We have Tari Teray. She is a singer, and her husband is Jay Ivy, and he just actually won a Grammy.
Okay.
And she actually won a Grammy too as well. She's a backup singer for many different artists.
Okay.
So she's the main one.
Well, you told me an interesting story before we went on board about your daughter and how Phil Jackson and Black Star came to your attention.
Yeah, so I actually heard about the Black Star Project, I want to say 17 years ago.
Okay.
When my daughter, she was a child actor, and we submitted her to to compete in the Great Leaders Are Great Speakers competition.
Say that again. Great leaders are great speakers.
Great
speakers.
Speakers
are great leaders.
Are great leaders. And that was something that Dr. Philip Jackson had created for youth, to increase their vocabulary, to make sure we poured into them so that they could become great speakers, therefore great leaders.
And you being in drama helped you to become a great speaker and a great leader too, right?
Oh, yes.
And just pass that on to your daughter. Okay.
Yes, so I definitely enrolled
What's your daughter's
her.
name?
My daughter's name is Zay, Z-A-E.
Okay.
Yeah, she's grown now. She's grown, has her own family, but she competed in that competition when she was 14 years old.
And she what?
And she actually won the competition. It was held at the Woodson Library on 95th Street, and she won the competition. And from that, she just, flew, like she expounded, but she was always a great reader. Mm-hmm. And this really gave her encouragement.
What did Phil say about reading?
Educate or die. I know that
Read
much.
or die. You put it down front. Okay.
Yes. So we were very thankful for Philip for that. And after that, I always kept up with the Black Star Project.
Yes.
I would get their emails. I would volunteer. I actually met his niece. I did not even know that was his niece.
Tell us about that meeting and what she did for you.
Yes. We worked together. It was Marissa Crenshaw.
Yes.
And we worked together at Ace Tech Charter High School. And she actually told me about her uncle. And I said, I know him. My daughter won the competition.
Was she surprised at the connection, or were you surprised at the connection?
I was mostly surprised at the connection. She knew how her uncle was very heavy into the education streets.
Yes.
So she wasn't shocked at all. Yeah.
Okay. Had you known her mother Joan too?
Right. So I was blessed to have met her mom, and they actually assisted me many times with event planning because I do that on the side too. Mm-hmm. So I'm entrenched in the family.
Very good. It's a good place to be with the family of Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit about the program. Tell me a little bit about what's going to be happening at the Juneteenth celebration at 35th and MLK at Jackson at Philip Jackson Way.
The Parkway. So on Saturday, June 17th, please mark your calendars. We are having the biggest Bronzeville event in honor of Juneteenth, in honor of our freedom. It's going to happen from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. on that corner of 35th and King Drive, and all the way into the back of the building too.
What time does it start? Give us a little more background about that.
Okay, so it starts at 12 p.m. and it goes all the way to 6 p.m. So from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., you can come and you can shop with vendors. You can learn more information from our service providers that we're going to have. So we're going to have health providers, any provider you can name that can help the community.
So Juneteenth is going to be a celebration, but it's not just for barbecuing and drinking and stuff. It's for things that are serious that are needed in the community.
Correct. That's what we're offering.
Yes.
So we're offering entertainment. So you're going to come and hear storytellers.
Wait a minute. Is Mama Edie going to be there?
Yes, you know that. She's a headliner. We have to have Mama Edie now.
That's for sure.
Yeah, so we have Mama Edie. We have the drummers that's going to open us up. So we have the drummers. We have poets. Our host for the day is Black Ice from Black Ice Productions.
Okay.
So many people know him. So it's just going to be a conglomerate. We have 3 bands. We have 2 DJs.
Tell me about one of the bands you told me is led by an attorney.
Right.
Tell me about that.
Yes. So I want to get this name correct. So I want to make sure I pronounce the name correctly. So one of the bands is the Dakari Barclay Quartet.
Okay.
Yes.
I think we'll be excited about that if folks come on down, because I've heard about them too.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that an attorney is a leader of that group is fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's his nephew.
His nephew. Okay.
Yeah.
Then, that's right. It's named after the guy.
Yeah, his nephew.
I got
yeah.
that wrong.
And they're a young band. And they jam.
That's the idea when we get together. Mama Edie's she poured libations. She's going to be telling some of her great stories.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
We're also going to talk about your background and where you grew up in Chicago, because this program's gone all over Chicago. What neighborhoods did you grow up in? That part of forming your interest in the community, etc.
Well, I grew up in the Calumet Heights community, which
What's the boundaries approximately?
The boundaries is 87th and Stony Island through 93rd and Stony, so Stony to Jeffrey.
Yes.
87 to 93rd.
You made
That's my
sure I
area.
didn't get that mixed up with South Shore.
Right,
You wanted to be,
no.
because there's a certain cachet for
Right, so we're on the outskirts of Peel Hill.
Yes.
And Calumet Heights. Yes, sir.
Peel Hill West or Peel Hill East.
Peel
It's
Hill.
just-
It's just Peel Hill.
Okay.
It's just a small community in between 87th and Stony Island
Okay.
and 93rd and Stony and Jeffrey. Yeah.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more about what FAM is doing. I said it right.
FAM, you
FAM.
said it
I got it
right,
right this time,
yes.
not FAME. Okay.
No.
Tell me
So
about FAM.
FAM is my entertainment company, started in 2002.
And it's a nonprofit.
It is a non-for-profit organization, so we focus on achievement and motivation through entertainment. So all of our productions, programs for youth, adults, teens, and artists has to be performing arts based, but also educational at the same time.
And about how many folks will be performing from
FAM Entertainment.
Yeah.
So far we have 3 performers for our group, but in total we have about 25 performers for that day for Juneteenth.
That's a full day.
That's a full day. So we are in competition with the Hyde Park Fest. So if you're not going to go to Hyde Park Fest,
No, they're going to come to yours first and then go to the Hyde
that's
Park.
true.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Put
because
this
it's
in
going to be
perspective.
a conglomerate of events for that day. So we do want everyone to stop by all of the positive events, show love for the Juneteenth holiday.
Tell us why, a little bit more about how you got involved with Black Star and your involvement as a volunteer or supporter of Black Star.
Well, I've been an official community partner with the Black Star Project for 4 years now. Okay, we are in the same building. We are in a legendary building, which many of you who are born and raised in the Bronzeville community would know that we are in the previous site of the Supreme Life building on the corner of 35th and King
That's
Drive.
my old neighborhood too. I went to school at 49th in South Park then, which is the old Corpus Christi. So I spent a lot of time in Bronzeville, and that's where my folks came and settled when they came up to Chicago during the Great Migration. So many of us, that's where our birth for, because we were limited into where we could live back in those days. Not that that has changed significantly, but that's another story. That's another program, right?
Yeah, that is another day.
Another day. Okay.
But yeah, so and I am so grateful for Miss Gloria Smith, who is the sister of the late great Dr. Philip Jackson, who she is now the spearhead, the head of the Black Star Project. So once I met Miss Gloria, it's just been uphill from there on. I'm so grateful to work with her.
And we're very grateful that she is sponsoring Black Star Still Rising. And a shout out to Gloria Smith, too, for giving us the opportunity to bring guests in like you and the other things that we'll be doing over the coming months.
Yes.
Okay. Who else? I think Bud Billiken. Who else is some of the
Right.
folks who are
So we want to definitely give a huge thank you to My Block, My Hood, My City,
Yes.
who's one of the main sponsors for this Juneteenth celebration in Bronzeville. They do a lot in the city of Chicago in general. They feed seniors. They make sure that all of the seniors across the city of Chicago, when it's wintertime, they're out there shoveling. You know, any of the seniors can go on their website and sign up to get My Block, My Hood, My City to come out and shovel
Can
during
I
the
sign up
wintertime.
at my old
Oh
one?
yes, yes, oh yes. They will come out and shovel. If they will come on a bus, they have a lot of volunteers. They come and they bring plants to the seniors. So all you have to do is sign up, and they drop off plants for you.
Now, is that something that Black Star can inform people if they call the Black Star office to get involved with that, how they can get involved?
Yes, you can definitely call the Black Star Project and just say that you want to sign up to, receive certain services from My Black, My Hood, My City, and Black Star Project definitely has that contact information for you.
Now, you won an interesting award a number of years ago. Tell us a little bit about that award that you won from the Urban League.
Oh my goodness, yes. So I am one of the Chicago Urban League success stories. They've had many successes, but I took one of their classes, and if any entrepreneurs are out there and you want to start a business, you could take classes at the Chicago Urban League. And I won the business plan competition, and from that, they actually gave me the seed money to open up the theater company at that location at 3521 South King Drive.
So some of the stories are not told enough about how organizations like the Urban League have been supporting the community, gave you an impetus to start this program that you're doing now, so very successfully doing. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah.
Pass your shop all the time. Sometimes I stop in.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the idea, right?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm also a Chicago Housing Authority resident as well, and the CHA has also stepped in to assist me a great deal because I take a lot of their programs too. So even if you are a CHA resident, take the programs, take advantage of those programs, have your children take advantage of those programs, and some of those skills you learn, you can use those skills to succeed.
Who are some of the other sponsors with you for the Juneteenth? I think there's some in the building.
Yes, some people also in the building. I want to say thank you to State Representative Cam Buckner.
Okay.
His office is essential to assisting with this project.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to working with the city of Chicago and getting certain things done, sometimes you need that political aspect in your community to assist you. And they have went over and beyond. So I just want to say thank you to our state representative, Cam Buckner's office, for assisting with this.
Tell us about the Bud Billiken.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Bud Billiken Parade also, they have been, in on some of the planning with us as well.
Sinstack family is still serving the community and has been doing it for close to a century, if not longer than a century.
Yes. And they have their the Bud Billiken Parade, which is coming up the second week in August. So we definitely want you guys to go on out and support the parade. My formative years were watching the Bud Billiken Parade. Sometimes it was on King Drive, and at one point it moved to Indiana. Oh. And then it came back to King Drive, and that's where it is now. So the Bud Billiken Parade is still, and I marched it at one time. I did too.
You too?
Times, yes.
You didn't do the majorette thing. You just marched.
Just marched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
Good. Very
yeah.
good.
My family owns also the barbershop that the president used to go to.
Up on 50. No.
Hyde Park Hair Salon?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we marched one year, so that was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have some programs coming up too. Tell us a little bit about some of the programs that you have coming through FAM.
Okay, so for FAM Entertainment Theater Company, we teach a lot of classes. So we have summer camp coming up for youth. So you can contact us by calling 312-238-9447. Leave a message. We have creative arts programming for youth. So if your children are into the creative arts, into acting, performing, then give us a call and we'll put them in our camp.
Now, we'll make sure that you make that announcement towards the end of the program. When they start giving us the sign that we're counting down, I want you to give that information again.
Okay. Yep. So that's us with FAM Entertainment. We teach the arts, the creative arts, a lot of arts and crafts, a lot of performance based.
When you say we, do you still teach in that area too?
I teach in the area, so I'm one of the instructors there.
You teach what, the drama part?
I teach drama, and I also teach the crafting classes. So I teach you how to work with your hands to turn your hobbies into full-fledged businesses.
And what age groups do you work with?
We work from kindergarten on up to adult.
Oh, really? Through adult?
Through adult.
So if I wanted to take a class and
Come on, get on that stage. Yeah, come on, get on that stage. Yeah. We teach a lot of monologue development. So if you are a beginning actor already and you want to fine tune your monologues, so we definitely teach monologue development.
I think you also know some of the programs coming up with the Black Star.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So with the Black Star Project, they definitely have a summer program that we would like to talk about. It is called the Ambassadors of Hope Summer Program. I'm actually one of the instructors, so your student can come with me.
So they're going to definitely have a good experience.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Very fun experience, crafting, developing. But that summer program starts July 12th, and it runs through August 12th.
July 12th through August 12th.
And it's Wednesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So
And
that's
where
at
would
the
it be
Black
held at?
Star
Okay.
Project. That is at the Black Star Project, which is located at 3509 South King Drive. And how you register for them, and then I'll repeat this again.
Please.
But how you register for them, you're going to email communityinfo@blackstarproject.org. That's communityinfo@blackstarproject.org.
And let me just introduce you again as our guest, because sometimes you get in on the middle of the program and you forget. Folks don't know who the person is because we don't have you on screen. Kenya Renee.
Kenya Renee
is proprietor, drama teacher, educator, a person of the community, collaborator in things, and a big supporter of our sponsor, Black Star Project. And so happy to have her on Black Star, still rising today. Tell us a little bit more about some things that you have. Some things I think
Yes.
in the planning stages that. Do you want to announce a few of them or talk about what you have in mind and what kind of support that you'll be needing?
Well, I definitely want to talk about the wonderful things that are happening in the Bronzeville community. A lot of times, I hear a lot of people in our community say, "It's nothing going on in our community. We don't have that in our community." Yes, we do. In the same way that you research certain things on Facebook and on social media, we want you to start researching things to do in the Bronzeville community, because it surely is a lot. We have coming up Bronzeville Jazz. So it's
boy.
free jazz that you can come just bring your chair.
Free, okay.
Right. On our
Is it going to be in the back or the front, on King Drive part, or in the back part?
It's going to be in the front,
In the
on
front.
King Drive.
Okay.
On King Drive, on 35th and King Drive, right?
Okay.
So actually, you could just say in front of 3525 South King Drive.
Okay.
Okay. And we will have free jazz, and it's different days, but we're just going to mention a few of them. So June 9th and 23rd, July 7th and 21st. We'll just
And
mention
one
those.
thing that we should know or be reminded of, when we have jazz festivals and things like that, I cannot remember any incident has happened when we're out doing jazz.
No.
I can't remember anything. All these years with the Bud Billiken Parade, I cannot remember any incident that has happened, not like some of these liquor-fueled celebrations that I've seen across the city. The Bud Billiken Parade, the things that happen after the parade, into the park, etc. Pleasant experience. People should come to Chicago for that. What's the dates for the Bud Billiken Parade again this year?
So the Bud Billiken Parade is going to be Saturday. Let me make sure. I want to say it is
Is it second
August.
Saturday?
Right. It's the second Saturday, which is August 12th.
Okay.
Yes.
That's the date we have to write it
Keep that
down.
in mind. Write that date
Write
down.
that down.
August 12th, the Bud Billiken Parade. That is definitely a parade you would like to bring your family to. Even if you don't have a family, you can come solo. A lot of times, I'm there solo, just walking the parade route, seeing a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
enjoying themselves. And the dancing is off the chain.
I would bet if you have any part in it, right? What are some of the food vendors that are there? Okay.
It is definitely different food vendors around. I don't know the name of them quite yet. It's still pretty early, but
Okay,
yeah.
so you always have good food there. I certainly remember
yeah.
that. I want to say again that we have Kenya Renee here, and she's representing the group. What do you call the group at?
Fam Entertainment Theater Company.
Okay, and also here for representing as a participant, collaborator with Black Star Project.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have to give our shout out to Gloria Smith.
Thank you, Miss
our
Gloria.
Our great executive director. And I know that you've got some stories that inspired you about Gloria taking on the mantle after Phil passed away?
I want to say that Miss Gloria has the kindest, sweetest, giving spirit. If you've ever met her, she wants to make sure that everyone is encouraged, motivated. And I just want you guys, when you meet her, just say hello to her.
All right. And I'm so glad that Gloria has kept this going. This has been about 6 months since we've had Black Star Rising again, and Gloria is the impetus for that, and it's let us bring some outstanding guests that share what is happening in the community. And we're so happy that Kenya has been doing this and more things to come. So we're getting ready to wind down. Give us a date about the programs while we got a few seconds left.
All right, while we got a few seconds left, mark this in your calendar. Saturday, June 17th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. You're going to come to 35th and King Drive, 3525 to 3500 South King Drive. Come and enjoy a wonderful Juneteenth day with us.
Is that at close to Philip Jackson Parkway?
Philip Jackson Parkway is right there on the corner. It was renamed after him. So when you go there, make sure you take a picture. His name will be right there on top.
Right on that sign.
Yes.
Very good. I think we're wrapping. Do we have the wrap sign? And we're wrapping down again. Thank you, Kenya, for being here, and somewhat short notice too. But we're glad that Gloria tapped you. We had you here today. Again, thank you for joining Black Star Still Rising. I'm Stephen Carter, Black Butterfly, your host today. See you next week.